Hello students, good morning. This video lecture is for Class 6th Science, Chapter number 4, Sorting Materials into Groups. It is lecture number 4. In this video lecture, we will be discussing all the NCERT textbook questions. Question number 1. Name 5 objects which can be made from wood. Answer. The 5 objects that can be made from wood are as follows. Number 1, table. Number 2, chair. Number 3, dining table. Number 4, doors. Number 5, windows. Explanation. Wood is used in making the furniture such as tables, chairs, doors, bed, etc. because it is lighter in weight, more durable, cheaper in cost, and looks good in appearance. Students, let me remind you, these explanatory parts are just for your understanding. They'll help you to know the reason behind the answer. Question number 2. Select those objects from the following which shine. The objects given in the question are glass ball, plastic toy, steel spoon, cotton shirt. Answer. The objects that shine are glass ball and steel spoon. Explanation. The materials that show the shiny nature are termed as lustre. Usually, almost all the metals show shiny appearance. Here, glass ball and steel spoon are shiny in appearance, but plastic toy and cotton shirts are not shiny in nature. Question number 3. Match the objects given below with the materials from which they could be made. A small note is also given in the question. It states, remember, an object could be made from more than one material, and a given material could be used for making many objects. This is the table which is given in question. In one column, it lists down the objects. In the another one, we have materials. Answer. Let's check all of the materials and objects one by one, starting with The first object, book. We all know it is made up of paper. Second object is tumbler. Yes, it is made up of glass. Then the third object is chair. We do have chairs made up of plastic, wood. Then the next object is toy. A toy can be made up of even wood, glass, or plastic, but in general, we see toys are made up of plastics. Then we have the last object as shoes. It is made up of leather. Explanation. Number one, books are made from paper because paper has the only opacity property of writing and printing and very less dense than the other materials such as plastics, wood, etc. Next, tumbler is made from glass. Number 3, chair. Chair can be made from wood or plastic, but wood has more strength than plastic, but plastic is lighter in weight than wood. Dear students, we can have chair either from wood or from plastic. Depending upon the usability or the purpose, we can select any of the material to make a chair. Both of these materials have their positive as well as bit negative points. Point number 4. Toys can be made from plastic or wood, but usually plastic toys are easily available. Plastic toys are easy to manufacture and easy to maintain. Number 5. Shoes are made from leather because leather has high tensile strength and resistance to tear. Question number 4. State whether the statements given below are true or false. Number 1. Stone is transparent while glass is opaque. Dear students, when light falls on an object, it either blocks or allows the light to pass through it. Stone does not allow light to pass through it. It is termed as an opaque object. We cannot see the things through the stone. Glass, on the other hand, can easily allow light to pass through it completely. So, it is termed as transparent object. We can easily see the things through the glass. After going through the explanatory part, we can very easily say this statement is false. Number 2. A notebook has lustre while eraser does not. Yes, a notebook and an eraser do not have lustre. They are not shiny in nature. Students, The objects that have shiny surfaces are called lustrous. However, the objects given to us in the question are not lustrous. They do not have shine, making the statement a false statement. Number 3, chalk dissolves in water. Chalk mainly contains the component called calcium carbonate. Scientifically or chemically, it is represented by its formula as CaCO3, which is insoluble in water. Chalk has non-polar molecules that are not attracted by the water that has polar molecules. Here, the term polar means having different poles, like positive or negative. So, water has polar molecules, whereas chalk powder lack polar molecules. Hence, they do not attract each other and finally do not mix or dissolve completely. Thus, chalk does not dissolve in water and settles down in the water. Hence, this statement is again a false statement. Number 4. A piece of wood floats on water. Yes, wood is less dense, or we can say lighter than water. Thus, wood floats on water. This is an example of true statement. Number 5. Sugar does not dissolve in water. Students, when sugar is mixed in water, it gets completely dissolved in it. Sugar has polar molecules that are attracted by the polar molecules of water. The bonds break completely and get mixed with each other. Hence, sugar is soluble in water. The statement, once again, a false statement, because just now we learned sugar and water both have polar molecules. Because of this polarity of molecules, they get attracted towards each other and mixes in a well manner. Number 6, oil mixes with water. Oil is non-polar in nature. It means it does not get attracted towards the water, which is polar in nature. So, it does not get mixed in water. Oil is less dense, or we can say lighter than water. So, it comes on the top surface of water. Hence, the statement is false. Number 7. Sand settles down in water. Sand shows less polarity than water. So, it does not completely mixes in water. Sand particles are denser or heavier than water. Thus, it settles down in water. Dear students, this is a true statement. Number 8. Vinegar dissolves in water. It is interesting to know that vinegar is an acid that contains acetic acid. Students, acetic acid is scientifically represented as CH3COOH. Here, C denotes the carbon molecule, H the hydrogen, and O the oxygen molecules. It has polar molecules which are attracted by the polar molecules of water. So, it gets completely mixed in water. Hence, vinegar is soluble in water. The statement, once again, a true statement. Question number 5. Given below are the names of some objects and materials. The names are water, basketball, orange, sugar, globe, apple, and earthen pot. We can also say it as the pitcher. The question here is group them as number 1, round shaped and other shapes. Number 2, eatables and not eatables. First of all, let's answer the A part, in which it was asked to segregate the objects into round shaped and other shape. First, look at the round shaped objects. Basketball, orange, globe, apple, and earthen pot or earthen pitcher. Basically, the ghada are round in shape. Some of you may think orange and apple are not completely round, but dear student, their shape resembles the circular or the spherical shape. Other shaped water, vinegar. Water filled in container that has some shape. It resembles into that shape. Basically, water do not have any shape of it. It is a liquid at room temperature. So, it takes up the shape of the container in which it is kept. Whereas sugar molecules or sugar particles are also not round in shape. Now check the B part. Eatables. Water, orange, sugar, and apple are the eatable things. Yes, these are the items which we consume. However, non-eatables, basketball, globe, and earthen pitcher are non-eatable things. We do not eat or we do not consume these materials. Question number 6. List all items known to you that float on water. Check and see if they will float on an oil or kerosene. Answer. The following items that floats on water are as follows: plastic bottle, wood, piece of paper, sponge, and ice. Students, you are free to list down any other object in this answer. Let me also tell you that all these materials or items will float on oil and kerosene as well. Question number 7. Find the odd one out from the following. A. Chair, bed, table, baby, cupboard. Yes, the right answer is baby. Why so? It is based on the category of living and non-living things. Here, chair, bed, table, cupboard are all non-living things, but baby is a living organism. Thus, baby is the odd one or different out of the given options. B. Rose, Jasmine, Boat, Marigold, Lotus. If you again look at all these options, you can very easily point out at boat. Dear students, once again, this boat is odd one out because here the categorization is based on living and non-living things. Whereas these flowers like rose, jasmine, marigold, lotus are parts of the plants. Plants are living organisms. But you should also know that when these flowers are plucked from plants, they also becomes dead or non-living. But both remains dead object, that is a non-living thing. C. Aluminium, sand, copper, silver, iron. We have pointed out the odd one out material as sand. Why so? Let's check it out. It is based on the category of metals and non-metals. Students, here aluminium, iron, copper and silver are metals. But sand is not a metal. Hence, it is odd one out. Sugar, salt, sand, copper sulphate. Out of these, we have again pointed out sand as the odd one out. It is based on the category of solubility. Sugar, salt, and copper sulphate are soluble in water, but sand is not completely soluble in water. It is also based on the category of pure substance. They are element or compound and mixtures. Here, sugar, salt and copper sulphate are the pure substances, but sand is an example of mixture. That's all for today's video. Dear students, let me again remind you, all the explanatory parts in every answer are there for you to understand. You may skip them while writing the answers in notebook. Thank you.